Get ready for some jaw-dropping facts that will blow your mind. Most birds have 4 toes, 3 in front and 1 at the back. In contrast, parrots are zygodactyl, which means they have a 2x2 configuration for optimum grip. The Atlantic Ocean, the youngest of the world's 5 major oceans, formed approximately 180 million years ago during the Jurassic period. The Atlantic was the first major ocean crossed by both ship and airplane. Stretching along Mexico's Caribbean coastline, the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef is a magnificent barrier reef, second in size only to the Great Barrier Reef off Australia's coast. Back in the day, scientists got creative with measuring laser power. Forget watts, they used a unit called the Gillette. Basically, the more razor blades a laser could slice through, the stronger it was. Not the most scientific method, but it gets the point across. Lasers are classified into different safety class numbers, which reflect how dangerous they are. These range from Class 1, which are inherently safe, to Class 5, which have the potential to burn skin and cause eye damage. Ever wonder how many sheets of paper one tree provides? A single pine tree can be transformed into a whopping 80,000 sheets. But here's the twist. It takes about 5 liters of water to make just 1 sheet. So there's a big environmental impact to consider when reaching for that printer. As a truly renewable resource, paper can be recycled up to 12 times, saving up to 0.4 hectares of forest per ton and conserving 85% of the water used in traditional production, significantly reducing water pollution. Hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe, comprises over 90% of all atoms and 75% of its total mass. Nitrogen is the most common uncombined element on Earth. Nitrogen is used for packing bags of crisps. The gas prevents the oxidation of crisps. So next time you hear that satisfying crunch, thank nitrogen. Some species of sharks can enter a state called tonic immobility when inverted or upside down on its belly. This isn't true paralysis, but a reflex that causes their muscles to relax and become very still. While the exact purpose remains under investigation, it's believed to be a defense mechanism, allowing the shark to appear dead and potentially avoid a predator. Anacondas and boas do give birth to live young. They are viviparous, meaning they develop embryos with a yolk sac and a membrane inside their bodies, just like mammals. European adders are a bit different. They are ovoviviparous, which is a fancy way of saying they lay eggs that develop and hatch internally within the mother's body. The young are then born live. 8 billion humans make up a tiny fraction, about 0.01% of Earth's total biomass. Wind turbines pose a threat to birds that fly into their blades or towers. However, a promising solution exists. Painting one blade black can significantly reduce bird deaths by up to 70%. Did you know there are more types of fish in the sea than all the birds, reptiles, mammals, and amphibians put together? That's right. With over 34,000 known species, fish reign supreme in the underwater kingdom. From the colorful coral reef dwellers to the mysterious deep-sea giants, the diversity of fish is truly mind-boggling. Many species of fish have a powerful sense organ called the lateral line running across their body. It can detect motion in the water, allowing them to hunt prey, avoid predators, and navigate in the dark. Most fish are ectothermic or cold-blooded, just like their distant relatives, reptiles and amphibians. They lean on the water's ambient temperature to fuel their metabolism. There are some exceptions, but it's more accurate to say they are partially warm-blooded rather than fully warm-blooded. The tuna family, including tunas, mackerels, and swordfish, exhibits a special ability called regional endothermy. They use specific adaptations to generate heat in certain parts of their body, particularly the swimming muscles. Brazil borders every country in South America except Chile and Ecuador. Recent research reveals that stuttering is linked to how our brains are wired. It's not about nerves or confidence. It's a neurological condition. Studies show that specific brain areas controlling speech behave differently in people who stutter. Plus, certain genes can make some of us more prone to it. So, stuttering is a mix of brain function and genetics. Studies show that specific brain areas controlling speech behave differently in people who stutter. Plus, certain genes can make some of us more prone to it. So, stuttering is a mix of brain function and genetics. Exploring the moon is currently a chaotic free-for-all, with no official clocks or set time zones. It's the Wild West of space. Picture this. NASA missions might follow Eastern Time, while a Chinese rover operates on Beijing time. The Apollo missions? They had their own ground elapsed time, counting seconds from liftoff. As more countries and companies aim for the moon, this timekeeping mess could become a significant issue. Coordinating lunar rover expeditions when everyone's on a different schedule is a logistical nightmare. That's why the US is advocating for coordinated lunar time, a universal time standard for the moon, essentially the moon's GMT. This would revolutionize lunar exploration, ensuring everyone is synchronized, preventing communication mishaps, and keeping autonomous robots from colliding. Scientists have discovered that a species of giant clam has an incredibly efficient way of harnessing solar energy. These clams, known as tridacna, have a unique way of using sunlight that blows our high-tech solar panels out of the water. Here's how it works. Inside their beautiful, colorful shells, these clams house tiny algae. These algae are like miniature solar panels, converting sunlight into energy through photosynthesis. But the real kicker is how the clams optimize this process. They use a special kind of tissue that reflects and scatters light in a way that maximizes the algae's energy production. So not only do these clams look stunning, but they also have a natural solar power system that's more efficient than anything humans have created. It's a fascinating example of how nature often holds the secrets to the most advanced technologies. Imagine if we could mimic this process for our solar panels. The potential for cleaner, more efficient energy is enormous. Back in the 1980s, the notorious drug lord imported a few hippos for his private zoo. But after his downfall, these hippos escaped and have been thriving in the wild ever since. What started as a small group has now ballooned into a population of over 100 hippos, and they're causing absolute chaos in Colombia's ecosystems. These hippos are massive, aggressive, and have no natural predators in Colombia. They're disrupting local wildlife, polluting rivers, and even threatening human communities. Scientists are calling them an invasive species nightmare. Imagine walking through the Colombian jungle and suddenly coming face to face with a massive hippo. Authorities are in a race against time to figure out how to control this hippo invasion. Some solutions being considered are controversial, like sterilization or relocation, but the stakes are high. If left unchecked, these hippos could cause irreversible damage to Colombia's environment. It's a wild, real-life example of how human actions can have unexpected and long-lasting impacts on nature. Imagine giving birth to 2 children, only to discover they're not biologically yours. That's the shocking reality Karen Keegan faced when she underwent genetic testing for her 3rd child. The results revealed that she was not the biological mother of 2 of her 3 children. This mind-boggling twist led Karen down a path to uncover a rare genetic phenomenon known as tetragametic chimerism. This condition occurs when 2 fertilized eggs fuse during the early stages of embryonic development, resulting in a single organism with cells from both embryos. Essentially, Karen was her own twin, and her 2 children were genetically her nieces and nephews. Karen's case is an extraordinary example of congenital chimerism, where the condition is present from birth. This is in contrast to acquired chimerism, which can occur through events like bone marrow transplants. The discovery of her chimerism raises profound questions about identity and the role of DNA in defining who we are. If our genetic makeup doesn't solely determine our identity, what does? Karen's story challenges us to reconsider our understanding of ourselves and the complex factors that shape our lives. The mighty European bison is making a grand comeback to Portugal after being wiped out in the wild centuries ago. These majestic creatures, once roaming freely across much of Europe, were sadly driven to near extinction due to excessive hunting and habitat loss. By the early 20th century, the last wild bison had disappeared, leaving only a small captive population to carry on the legacy. But thanks to dedicated conservation efforts, the European bison is making a remarkable resurgence. In 1954, the first bison were reintroduced into the wild in Biomass forest, Poland, marking the beginning of a remarkable recovery journey. Today, the population has grown to an estimated 9,000 individuals roaming free in various European countries, and the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, has reclassified the species from vulnerable to near threatened. Now, Portugal is joining the rewilding movement by welcoming a herd of 8 European bison in the north of the country. After a period of acclimatization, these magnificent herbivores will be released into the wild, where they will play a crucial role in restoring the ecosystem's balance and enhancing biodiversity. The return of the European bison to Portugal is a testament to the power of conservation and the importance of preserving our natural heritage. It's a heartwarming story of a species brought back from the brink, and a reminder that we have the ability to make a positive impact on the planet. Did you know there are 23 different types of vultures? These incredible scavengers have adapted to thrive on every continent except Antarctica and Australia, playing a vital role in keeping our ecosystems healthy. Unlike most birds, vultures lack a syrinx, their voice box. This means they can't sing those beautiful melodies we know from other feathered friends. But don't worry, they're not completely mute. Vultures communicate with hisses, grunts, and snarls, perfect for coordinating their scavenging duties. Vultures have evolved an extraordinary adaptation for their scavenging lifestyle: stomachs with exceptionally high acidity. This potent acid effectively neutralizes most harmful bacteria and pathogens, enabling them to safely consume decaying flesh that would sicken other animals. Also, they don't sweat, so when things get hot, they resort to a unique cooling strategy, urohydrosis. Basically, they urinate and defecate on their legs. The evaporating liquid helps lower their body temperature, keeping them cool and comfortable. They will sit with their wings open from time to time. It is known as the heraldic pose. Thanks for joining us on this journey through mind-boggling facts that will change your perspective on the world. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing insights and discoveries. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below about which fact blew your mind the most. Share this video with friends and family to spread the wonder. Until next time, stay curious.